Alright everyone, time for 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me. I'm going to pull for fun. I used to like to do this for the quickies. This was always fun. I used to say I'm banging the divine feminine. That was great. It was a nice bragging right. But anyway, tonight I'm not banging you, but I am going to pull 3 quick cards and a bottom card on what the energies around the divine feminine. What's going on with my divine feminines here? Where are we at? What's happening? What's going on? Well, let's find out. You know that always turns into like a dozen cards, and I did a pre-shuffle, so there's going to be some extra cards. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you probably found it for a reason. And this reading is timeless, so whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. So what's going on here, Divine Feminines? Talk to me. Y'all been listening to my readings? Have you? Y'all remember a reading I did? I think it was 3 quick cards, and the universe pulled all kinds of stuff around I think it was the last time I pulled on the Divine Feminine, now that I think about it. And the universe pulled an 8 of Swords, and it crossed it with a 5 of Swords in the middle, and then it had all kinds of beautiful cards here on the affecting energies. And I said, you're going to miss all the magic of everything that's happening right now, of this reboot. You're going to miss every bit of it. You're getting an infusion of love like you had in the beginning. You're going to miss all the magic if you get in your head too much. I said that. It's on the reading. Go find it. It's a hell of a speech. It looks like I'm going to have to give it again. But, well, not really. Not fully. I think I want to explain it from another angle. Alright? What you should have learned by now, most of you have been around here a while, is that you shouldn't be waiting on somebody. You should be finding yourself. Finding your inner empress. And getting your shit together. And enjoying your life and leaving the door open for your divine masculine. And if they come in, that's great. Whoever gets in first, maybe somebody else comes in. Alright? You can bang them. Either way, you're not supposed to be waiting on anybody, pining, and what did they call? I'm going to sit around and wait, and I'm going to do this. But the reason is, and I know what the reason is now, we all do with the reboot on the connection cycle. You get an infusion, you get almost another soul recognition blast of energy. Blast of love. It's pure love. I call it Queen of Cups energy. I mean, it's more than that, but I call it that because that's a good card to represent it. And the problem is, if you're still in your head about that, you're not going to use that energy. That energy is going to work against you. You're going to end up right back where you were, down at the bottom of a pit. Alright? You need to take that energy and go, okay, well, I've already learned my lessons up to this point, and now I'm going to just leave the door open for the divine masculine, and I'm going to take this energy, and you'll see the whole world almost through rose-colored glasses, the way you do when you're alive, when you're first in love. Right? You know, when you're in love and you go to the store, everything, the whole world is rose-colored glasses. It's that kind of thing. The energy is there for it. So I pull a pre-shuffle on what's going on around the Divine Feminine, because I want you all to feel that. I already warned you about it in another reading, and I see more 8 swords crossed by 5 swords on my Twitter feed than I can fucking shake a stick at all day long. It's like nobody, it's like the men in black came and blacked out your memories or something after the reading's gone. I don't know who you talk to after you watch my readings, but stop talking to them. Or who you watch, stop watching them. Right here, the two of Swords. This is nice. It's a crossroads. It's confusion. Okay? This isn't too bad. I was like, okay, whatever. I come under here and I got a wall. You got a choice here. You can either go right or left. You could do what you did last time and fall down a hole over your divine masculine, or you can try the other direction, which is nice, right? I gave Cancer a description of this. I'm not going to give the same. I don't remember. I talked about whorehouses and all kinds of things on one side and on the other side. It's all beautiful. It's countryside. It's nice. And anyway, the bottom line is, what you going to do this time? This is our what you're going to do this time card. And here I find right underneath it a fucking wall. A 9 wands wall. It's stubborn as hell. Hanging on to that divine masculine. It's like you just ignored the universe. It pleaded with you, gave you a warning. It gave you 8 swords crossed by 5 swords and said you're going to miss all the magic of this. And this ain't happening again. There's not going to be another reboot. Not in this cycle. Not that I know of. This one came early, probably because it was a break glass in case of emergency came early. Either way, the Six of Swords is underneath that. If you just take the wall down, Mr. Gorbachev, and leave out the David Hasselhoff concert, but take the wall down, Mr. Gorbachev, right here on this right here. You can move out of the choppy water. This is your opportunity to move toward a rainbow. Everything's rose-colored glasses when you're in love. You're going to have a blast of that energy. It hasn't hit fully yet. We're still a little bit stationed. It's about to hit. This is like the universe's last fucking warning to you. Please don't get in your head. You'll miss it. You'll repeat the entire process again, over again, fall back down into a hole, and skin your knees and hit your head just like you did last time. Don't. Take that energy, take the lessons you've learned, take your Empress energy. You had spent the whole summer getting static energy on you, and go out there and come out into smoother waters and look for the damn rainbow, because judgment is here. Alright? This is the reboot in and of itself right here. The reset of the connection, the energy of the connection cycle, resetting back to the beginning, whatever the beginning is for you. There's some confusion. Oh, well, we didn't meet at the end of 2019, so it doesn't matter. God, stop thinking about human being clocks. Who gives a fuck about clocks? That's a human invention. My God, we're so insignificant. The universe is all energy. That's all it is. We're just an energetic being among it. Okay? It's right here. This is the reboot. It's happening. And you don't know what's around the next corner. The moon only lights things in shadows. You don't know what you don't know. I'm going to go ahead and quote Dr. Phil again and risk getting sued. You don't know what you don't know. And what you don't know is this. There's a tower. This is a good tower. This is a life-changing fucking tower, and it comes out of nowhere. But you'll miss it if you're hiding, putting up a wall, and you're not sure what to do. Well, I don't want to. You're not letting them go by moving on. You have a soul connection with this person. It's eternal. You're not letting anybody go. Stop that. You're letting yourself be free, is what you're doing. You're letting yourself have a life. You're letting yourself be happy. The fucking rainbow right there. And you don't know what's around the corner. You never do. But you won't find out sitting behind a wall. If you don't go to the Christmas party, you won't meet that person. If you don't go, well, I don't want to go because, they might call tonight or something like that. I don't know. No, they're not. They might. Yeah, they might. But you might also meet someone at that party that blows your DM away. Just because you've got a twin flame deep soul connection doesn't mean they're the end all fucking be all. In fact, those are the most difficult fucking connections to be in relationships with. They're here to teach you something. If you end up together, good, Godspeed. But that's not the point. It's just the energy. The universe just trying to balance energy. There's karmic debt on each side. You pay your karmic debt. Karmic debt is lessons. You learn your lessons, you grow, energy expands, you become a better person, everybody becomes a better person, and there you go. It's for the greater good. It's the principle the universe operates on. For the greater good. Let's go here. I'm going to shuffle the deck. 3 cards and a bottom card. What else you want to tell? That's the last time I'm going to fucking say that. You're on your own when this thing resets, and it will. It's coming this week. The forward movement. We saw it in my weekly reading. We're still stationed. There's still a chance you ain't fucked it up yet. There's still a chance. Rewatch what I said. I said some good words there that make good sense. Those of you worried about, well, I don't want to let my person go. You're not letting anybody go. You can't do that. You don't have that kind of power. What you can do is move away from it. You can disconnect. You can. But you're not going to disconnect the connection. You're not going to say, well, we're no longer twin flame. Okay. Okay, good for you, warlock. All right. What the fucking hell? Fucking Endora from Bewitched over here. Well, God, like this kind of thing. What the hell? All right, here we go. But you're choosing you, and you're choosing to go down a path that leads to something. You don't know what's around the corner. That tower is very powerful. I jokingly tell you guys to go to Christmas parties. I met my wife at a party I didn't want to go to. I said no many times. My neighbor kept bugging me. Come on, you got to come to this party. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I said, no, I'm going to sit here. I wasn't pining for nobody. I just wasn't in the mood. But I went to the fucking party. And here I am. And here we are. She baked you cookies all summer. There you go. All right, let's go. 3 cards and a bottom card. Tell me about the Divine Feminine here. What else you want to tell them? Let's tell them something else. I lectured them enough right now. All right? They like my lectures. Well, they tell me to anyway. I'll stop if you don't like them. I'll just stay quiet. I won't. I can't stay quiet. I lecture everybody all day long. But they come to me for it, so that's all right. Yeah, you got options. You got options up your ass. Pull your pants down. Take a look. The options will come flying right out. Look at this. 7 of Cups. Options. Get out from behind the wall. Mr. Gorbachev, tear the wall down. That 9 of Wands. Get the fuck out. Choose you. Go the opposite direction you went last time. Your DM will follow you. That's how energy works. They'll be like, oh my God. The moment they think that it'll happen. You'll meet somebody else and you're all happy and stuff like that. The moment that happens, that fucker will show up. I promise you, it always happens that way. I've been studying, this is my 4th connection cycle I've been studying. It always happens that way. Okay, 3 cards. Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, ooh. That's nice. The Devil. That's our center card. That's our 0 card. It's probably all the shit I've been telling you. And the 3 of Swords. And crossing the Devil is your options. You have options. What have you learned? These cards tell a story right here. We're at that rewind point. We're back to the beginning energetically of the connection cycle. It's a second chance. Someone teleported you through time or whatever concept of time you have and brought you back to the beginning again. Someone rewound the tape. Right? Remember those little cassette tapes we used to? Well, if you don't, if you're too young to remember, fuck you. But there's a little cassette tape and you'd put it in and you'd hit the rewind button and it would rewind all the way back. We rewound it all the way back to the beginning. You got a second chance. You already know which songs you don't like. This is why this is a good analogy. It's someone's album, right? And on every album you got favorite songs. You got songs you like and there's songs you don't like. You already know which songs you like. And you know you don't like the first song. So what are you going to do? It's rewound back. What are you going to do? Are you going to be lazy and just hit the play button and listen to the song you don't like? Or are you going to do what everybody does and fast forward up to the song they do like at that little counter that was always fucking inaccurate? I think the song is at 102. I think it's at 102. You get to 102 and you're halfway through the song you don't like, even though it said 102 the first time the fucking song ended that you didn't like. Doesn't matter. Either way, what are you going to do? How are you going to play the tape this time? Because the bottom line is you got options. There's devils out there, there's pain out there, and there's the Ace of Pentacles out there. There's terrific and there's shit. And this is a beautiful representation of it because I can tell you right now, as an energy reader, one of the most powerful you'll ever come across, I might add, most of what's out there is shit. You can take the energy reading comment however you want. I don't really care. You could say, this guy can't read energy, he's full of shit. I don't really care. Okay, fine. But as a 45-year-old man who's been around and was pretty popular in his 20s, I could tell you most of what's out there is shit. Okay? 2/3 of what you're going to come across is going to break your heart, or it's got devil energy attached to it. Only 1/3 of it is solid gold. Right here, the Ace of Pentacles. You got choices. You have to use your wisdom and experience in life to make the right choices. Your person is a mix of these two. They ran from you. Don't come at me if you glorified your person into some kind of super fuck with their underwear on the outside. They ran from you. They're a mix of these two. They had a lot of shit that they need to work through, and some of them, I'm very proud of them, are. Okay, and some of them are not. But whatever the case, you have to learn from experience. You have to, that's the whole point of life and getting experience. You learn what you don't like, what you don't like, what you don't want to do. Make sure you learn something from all this. Make sure you chose the right direction. Because the cards are very clear. You don't know what's around the next corner. And what it is a very good tower. And it reflected back here as an Ace of Pentacles. Could be a new job for some of you. It could be out of nowhere. It could be a new person. It could be a whole new life. The Ace of Pentacles can be a whole new life. It's a powerful card. It's slow. It takes a while to come in. But like they always say, you got to kiss a few frogs, right? And that old saying about kissing a lot of frogs to get to the prince kind of a thing. Well, this is the ratio right here. You know, for every 3 frogs you meet, two of them won't turn into princes. All right? So keep that. That's why you got to have your wits about you. You got to learn your lessons. Otherwise, it's far easier, statistically speaking, to find another person who will run from you and not be vulnerable and fight with you and do all kinds of shit like that. Statistically speaking, you're more likely to find that. So you got to know what you don't want. That's like I told you before. Y'all like to make them checklists that the damn dating services tell you never make a checklist. Never have a checklist. No, you should have a checklist. Not of the stuff you want, of the stuff you don't want. You already know the stuff you want, and the stuff you want is going to set off your loins anyway. You're going to have soaking wet underwear or a raging boner. You know when you like somebody. So that's no big deal. Write down what you don't want so that while you're in that state of endorphins and oxytocin flowing through your system and you can't make a good decision to save your life, you've got your little list you can take out and go, okay, yeah, he has been stabbing me with a fork. Yep, that's on my list. I don't want someone to stab me with a fork. He's been doing that. He's actually been doing that. You see what I'm saying? There's more of this shit. There's more pain out there than there is good, but there is good. You got to learn your lessons so that you're not confused by it. This is a card of confusion. It's a card of choices, but it's a card of confusion. And the energy is, the message from the universe is don't be fucking confused. Learn your lessons from the past. Leave the door open for your divine masculine. Go off. Enjoy the energy, the burst of Pollyanna love that you're going to feel, right? You're going to feel like a whole new person, right? Like a fucking Summer's Eve commercial. It's going to be amazing, you know. That kind of thing, that kind of imagery is going on there. Rainbow bright children's toys, all kinds of shit. Whatever. Go off and do that. But use your wisdom. Don't get confused. All right? The devil energy likes to confuse, and you know, it usually ends in this anyway. There's a lot of that. So just make sure you know what you don't want. Learn what you don't want from the divine masculine twin flame deep soul connection. It's one of the main lessons you can take away from it, actually. You don't want to stick your heart in the meat grinder a second time. It's called a fucking meat grinder for a reason. And look at the heart on this animal deck here. Look at that. It's not even a heart anymore. That went through the meat grinder. So there's plenty of things you're going to meet out there, just like your DM, that are going to run your heart through a meat grinder. Make sure you know why that happened so it doesn't happen again, is all the universe is trying to say. And it is trying to say that you got some serious shit coming around the corner, a lot of you, and you're not going to see it coming. It always happens that way in life. I didn't know I was supposed to go to that party that night. I didn't want to fucking go. Well, changed my life right there. There's all kinds. I could list off 100 things that changed my life in the snap of a finger, just because I turned left when well, whatever. I'll just go left. Well, you know, it is what it is. That's your reading. Maybe. Hold on. Let me pull on that a little bit. Before I let you go, let me pull a couple cards on the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not going to pull on this. I know what the universe is trying to say. And I gave you that lesson right there. I put that out very clearly. All right? You can take it for what it's worth. If you want to sit in it and wallow in it and not learn any lessons from it, you're just going to get that again and again and again and again. You know, it's just the way it is. Write down what you don't like about what happened. Write down what you don't like, what you don't want. And you won't get it because you got a list. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Tell me about it. This Ace of Pentacles is tied to the moon and the tower in the pre-shuffle that I showed you. And it's also the universe putting a perfect analogy for what you're going to run into out there in life. It's pretty fucking close. It's pretty fucking close. I have it at 78%. This 66% is pretty close. Either way, it's not a good grade. My parents wouldn't have liked a 78 or a 66. Alright, here we go. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Give me a couple cards on it. Wow, this was here when I picked up the deck. It's back. Yeah, you got some cash coming your way. You got some success coming your way. Some balance. This is balanced energy on this Six of Pentacles. This is happiness, is what this means. Balanced energy. It's also a card of generosity. It's also a card of someone who's got some scratch to throw around. Scratch is money, for those of you not U.S. slang kind of a thing. You know. Let's see. Let's see what's on top. Oh, you don't know what you don't know. Alright? It's coming. But, you know, it might take a spell to show up. It's slow moving energy. Ace of Wands. Wow. And I said it was tied to the moon. Last card is the moon. You don't know what you don't know. And look, all that shuffling, both the moon and the tower would be crossing, came out. Look at that. It came back. I pulled on that. I shuffled all that time I was talking, and it came back, the very thing I was pulling on. You know, it's just been a perfect day of pulling cards for me today. It really has. It's just been lining up. You got a lot to look forward to. Enjoy the magic of the reboot. Get the fuck out of your heads. I'm telling you, I see so many. I warned you already about the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords crossing it, and the universe saying you're going to miss all the magic. If you're in your head, it's not in your head, it's in your soul. Shut your head down. Take everything I said to you on this video and pair it with that other video. And I'm telling you, you don't know what you don't know. Book ending is this: the star and the moon. You don't know. There's a lot going on underneath the surface, behind the scenes. The universe, right here, manifestations you may have made years ago are coming to fruition now. Again. Think about it. You know, I don't care if you don't believe in magic, but think about it. When you first had your original soul recognition with your soulmate, it was magic. That moment was magic, right? You felt it. Now, yeah, they fucked you over and ripped your heart to shreds. Okay, whatever. Now we rewind and you get a second chance at it. Do you think that moment is any less magic? It isn't. It's the same fucking moment replayed again. So are you going to waste it pining and feeling this? Or are you going to anticipate the fact that the universe itself is going out of its way to fucking tell you you don't know what you don't know. What you don't see coming is going to show up out of nowhere. Maybe you go to a Christmas party, you meet somebody, maybe you go, I don't know. Maybe you just walk to the store. I don't know. Maybe you go get your Christmas tree and the guy at the lot's really hot. I don't know. All I know is some sort of wish you had, which is probably manifestation that probably brought in your deep soul twin flame in the first place, is coming to fruition again. And it's causing a new beginning with you if you want it. If you want it. But as we saw in the pre-shuffle, you gotta choose a decision. You gotta choose a direction with that Two of Swords. Those are two Ace of Swords crossed. You gotta pick one. Are you gonna, is it this or is it this? Whichever one you want. If you're in your head, you're gonna miss all the magic. And you probably won't go to that party. And you probably won't, oh, I don't want a Christmas tree this year. Fuck it. Yeah. So you'll never meet the guy at the lot. Right? Male or female. Doesn't matter. I don't know. All I know is you don't know what you don't know, and it's a message that keeps coming back. And I know Dr. Phil's going to sue me, and that's perfectly fine. He'll give me a chance to pick on his mustache. But other than that, it's true. It's a true statement. And it's right here. And I love that these came back out. Right on top of an Ace of Wands, too. New beginning. And I'm not trying to say, because I get misunderstood all the time, that your twin flame deep soul isn't coming in. They may very well be. For 87% of you, according to our recent readings, they are. I'm just saying, leave the door open and go about your business in the house. Okay? Don't sit by the door and ignore what's going on in the house. There's a whole party going on in the house. There's all kinds of people in there that'll bang you. You know, you don't know what you don't know because you're sitting at the door. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it. The energy's saying it. I'm just translating it for you. You can do what you want. All right? That's your reading. Hope this was helpful. I hope it isn't forgotten by morning. I don't know who you talked to after I talked to you, but it seems like you guys are fine, and then you come back after talking to somebody or watching some other fuckwit, and it all goes to shit. I don't know what's going on. I spend half my time talking people down off the ledge that someone else put them on. Now, I don't mind if you cheat on me with other readers, but I don't really give a fuck what they say. All right, and I'm not going to fix their nonsense. Okay? I'm not going to spend my time doing that. I'm going to give you my nonsense, and if you like my nonsense, keep it. If you don't, and if somebody else contradicts it, and then you find yourself in a fuck hole because of it, I'm not going to comment. I can't do that. I can't do that all day. So please, take the advice for what it's worth. Watch the other reading. Do what you want with it. It is good, solid advice. This is exactly what I would do. All right. If you want to know what would Steve do, Steve would do this, because you don't know what you don't know, and there's a lot. This is all positive here. This tower is fabulous. It's sitting on top of a moon, on top of an ace of wands, which is on top of a star, which is on top of a ace of pentacles. Fuck. Your other option is a goat with its feet on fire and 10 swords through what was once a heart. Or 3 swords through what was once a heart. It's probably 10, to be honest. There you go. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. I do my best for you guys because I love you guys. You know I do. All right, but I can't fight City Hall. Okay, I can't fight what other people are putting in your head. All right. Good luck, everyone.